Hey! Is the noon train on time?
Supposed to be.
Feels like it's time.
Fair enough.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We got a lot to talk about. All right, so first of all, we still have more to speak about the JMJ matter. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, the trial involving Jam Master Jay, but we got to get to other business that we haven't been discussing because I haven't been making any videos and we're really, really far behind. And so I'm pretty sure usually inside of what we discuss, I would have been discussing these things regarding 50 Cent and our current New York City Mayor, Eric Adams. So obviously we're going to be addressing that today. Also, there was a report done regarding Biden. I want to discuss this report that was done regarding Biden. I think that it's very important for us to pay very close attention to everybody that is involved in the election, not just the people who are being voted for, but also the people who are doing the voting. The reason why I say this is because remember when the Democrats told you, right? It was to your benefit to tax the rich. Democrats told you this. We were sold on this damn near my whole childhood. That was their main talking point when they were trying to get elected throughout 80s, 90s. Got to tax the rich. Love that talking point. We got to cut taxes on middle class. Got to tax the rich, right? So for us being fooled back then, I get it. The way that our economy was coming out of the 80s, there was no telling how we was going to get shit fixed. So I get it. But now, in the year that we live in now, with the advent of the internet and the access, the information that we have as human beings that we did not have in the 80s, that we did not have in the 90s, that we didn't even have in the aughts, allow for us to make better decisions, especially decisions that's based around our economy, whether it's domestically or globally, or how we fit in the scale of the global empires that exist, outside of our borders, and how our economy stacks up to theirs. We have access to that information now. So when a politician flat out tells us that by doing A, Q is going to happen instead of B, we should be able to understand and ascertain, understand and grasp the concept that they're speaking of enough to know whether it's honest or not. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is I'm basically saying people don't make decisions on right and wrong. If people made decisions based on right and wrong, the world would literally be a different place. People will know what they're doing is wrong, but they will keep doing it because they don't want to admit that they are wrong. They don't want to admit that they were fooled, they were tricked. Why am I saying this? The Department of Justice had done some interviews with Joe Biden. Some of it has been released. In these interviews, they said he did not remember when he was the vice president, forgetting on the first day of the interview when his term ended. 2013. No, he asked. It wasn't even two. I don't even know. Pardon me. Let me just read verbatim what it says. If it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president? So he doesn't even know he's president half of the time. He doesn't know if he's vice president. He doesn't know if he is president. Who the fuck he thinks is the president? Pardon my language. And forgetting on the second day of the interview when his term began. He said in 2009, am I still president? Vice president? So I just want to be clear on this. This man, it's the primaries, right? And he's winning when his name isn't even on the ballot. So you telling me that people are this blind? I am not advocating for Trump. I want to be clear on this. I don't want anybody to be like, yo, this guy, he's over here. He's advocating for the Trumpsters. No, I'm not. During the previous election, one of the main things that I said was, I would hope that we can find just younger candidates. I would hope that we can find some candidates in their 50s. I mean, fuck it. I don't even care if he's in their late 40s, but in their 50s. Candidates that understand the problems of today and are not trying to solve their mistakes of yesteryear. So President Biden and Kamala Harris are speaking about allowing all of these people out of jail on these drug charges, right? The weed things, the minor things, the people they put in jail. People Joe Biden put in jail, basically, because he created the law that allowed for the pettiness to start, right? So can we get some politicians that aren't trying to disguise some of their heinous actions that they've done previously and are just trying to fix the problem of today? When you make it easier for me to run my business, I can hire more people. When you make it easier for me or cheaper and more cost efficient for me to create my product, I could sell said product at a lower price. I don't understand So we deal with the spirit of lack in our community. We deal with the spirit of never having enough. So I would impart on you that you don't put that spirit into your children. It's one thing to say, something is difficult now. It's another thing to say it's impossible. So I impart on you that you don't put the spirit of lack into your child. That's why we have so many jealous people out here in the world now. They deal with the spirit of lack. when we understand how the economy works and we understand how a business works and how a business has to run, people aren't in business to have employees to pay. People are in business to make money. The more money the business can make and keep and hold on to, the more people they can employ and the better rates they can give to their employees for employment and on the product or whatever the services that they're selling. So when the government decides to kill them with taxes, in reality, what it does is it prohibits them from being able to grow their market. I disagree with things often, and I realize sometimes I don't explain why. I always assume that people know what the fuck I'm talking about. And even then, I get accused of thinking people are stupid. I don't think anybody is stupid. I don't think anybody knows less than me. I just think that we all have different information. When y'all guys share that information with me, I love it. You just gave me some information that I didn't have. I consider that an act of caring. I've been speaking with a lot of good people all week. I've been hanging out at the courthouse and a lot of good energy, a lot of positive energy. I love work. That's one of the reasons why I love walking in the courthouse, because every courthouse I go into, it always has amazing people, and this courthouse is it's exactly the same, just amazing people. I really appreciate working in that courthouse currently, or everyone that we have been working in. I appreciate working in, but specifically, I'm enjoying my time here also. So I say all that to say this. They sold y'all on a dream that there's a finite amount of money and the rich is taking it all. When the rich isn't taking all the money, the government is. Funny thing about that is, I believe Trump told y'all that right when he gave all of his people's tax breaks. And then after he gave all of his people tax breaks, what happened? Employment went up. What else happened? Prices for things dropped. Things became more affordable. Everybody had more. Do you understand that if not for Trump, OnlyFans probably wouldn't have took off the way that it did? People had so much disposable income. Why do you think the market started plunging and then all of a sudden a lot of them chicks it didn't work out for some of them? There was less disposable money on the market. So when people try to have these conversations about me, about whatever the hell they're talking about or whatever the hell we're talking about, I just want people to be informed, because if you're only going to talk about your opinion, I don't understand how to have that conversation unless we're just talking about an opinion-based conversation. Shout out to BW. He says, that's good. You like being around people and stuff, and you do a good job with reporting, because I hear all the info, but I'm buggy. No one in the core. But I get buggy like no other at the course. I hate it. Yo, first of all, I just want to be clear about this. Everybody's always so happy to meet me, see me, and meet me. And I'm always so happy to meet them also. I just want to be clear about this. So it's just a great experience. I'm around people who are treating me based on the way that I'm treating them. And that's all I ever ask of anyone. So it's just incredible. It's not something that I get the privilege of experiencing anymore. I thrive in environments where people are treating me at face value, and like I thrive in those environments. So yeah, love it. Remember, we was at the courthouse previously, and they had people going up in there trying to get everybody to treat me fucked up. And but by the time we was leaving that courthouse, all of the people that like, they was all saying bye to me and everything. And it was like, yo, what case we covering next? And hell, it was dope. So yeah, I like it. Appreciate you. Shout out to Manzi BK. He says, good morning, Frost. Morning, my brother. Salute. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. Let's get back to it. And as you obviously know, we're going to be talking about 50 Cent and the migrants at some point. Because we're going to talk about these millions, the 53 million, I believe, that they're about to give to the migrants. Obviously, we're going to talk about that. But the Biden point is so much more important. Just so I can explain this 50 Cent at $53 million that they plan on, that's insane. But the point with Biden is so much more important. We have people in our country that can obviously see that there's something wrong with this man. I'm not saying that to be harmful. So I'm on the bus yesterday and I'm coming home. So the people that hate me in Coney Island got the new thing that they do if I ride the bus. They get on the bus, and the other day they had some lady that was just got on the bus and just started just cursing me out. Got on the bus with a whole bunch of kids and just started cursing me out. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck. It was, I don't know. I didn't even tell y'all about this stupid shit. So I'm on the way home last night, and some other chick get on the bus, and I guess she works somewhere like a fast food restaurant or something. So she get on the bus, and so I guess they try to throw shots at me. So she talking real loud about, yeah, I work here and I work, whatever, just being noise or whatever. At least that's the way that I took it. But I want to say something. So God would never send you to go do harm. He does send us to go after his enemies, right? He doesn't send, he does send us to go after the enemies of him. Don't get this confused. Go look up King Saul, David. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. This isn't that. So God doesn't send us to go do evil. God doesn't go send us to go say unkind words. God doesn't go send us to cause confusion. God doesn't send us to do those things. So she gets on the bus and she's whatever. They had already right before I got on the bus, some like homeless guy came past me, looked at me like so hold on. I gotta tell y'all this shit was hilarious. So I'm waiting. I get out of the train. I'm waiting for the bus. I used to always walk. I'm just not walking now just because I just didn't feel like walking. Actually, no, I just didn't feel like walking. That's it. No real reason. So I've been taking a bus. And so for years, I just walk, right? So I get on the bus and I think the lady earlier could have been complaining about the music. I was playing music, but the lady, I don't know, she could have been complaining about the music. I don't know. But I think that's because I got into the argument. Anyway, there's a lot of shit be happening, fam. Like, my life is crazy. So I'm standing there waiting for the bus, and some I'm sorry. I'm not saying dope fiend in order to be derogatory. I'm saying it as a descriptive term. I'm saying that so you can understand the condition that the individual was in that did the thing. I'm not saying it to speak down on the individual. That's the only term I can use to appropriately describe him. So when I tell you that, what in the hell? And then he came walking like then he gets right in front of me and goes, like, not to me, but like I'm over here. Then he's like, he's walking. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? Immediately pull out my camera. I said, all right, so some weirdo shit is gonna happen. I might as well start recording now. So I pull out my camera, right? And so I'm narrating because that's just what I do. I got a whole like 20 minutes of some shit. So that's when Shorty get on the bus. So I have it, the thing that I'm telling you, I have it recorded. So I ain't gotta lie. So hold on. We're gonna get back to what we talking about. I'm having fun right now. So hold on, check this out. So I'm trying not to say nothing bad. So homegirl get on the bus, says some weirdo shit, stares dead at me while she's saying some of the weirdo shit, and I'm just like, I can't even believe this shit. So I'm thinking to myself, but remember I'm narrating, and I'm like, that's the problem. We don't think about careers. We teach our kids to go get a job. Why are we turning our kids into carpenters? Why are we turning our kids into some type of scientific profession? Why aren't we doing that part? Why are we teaching our kids to grow up and go get a job? Why aren't we training them to have careers and be professionals? So this is the mindset that's in our hood, the mindset of lack. You'll criticize a person for chasing a career and not having a job, but you won't criticize a person who has the ability to have a career, but they settle for a job. So y'all out here promoting that people work under their potential. Y'all not out here promoting everybody be their greatest self. We got our babies convinced that the end all be all is to have a job, instead of the end all be all is to be happy. I used to work as a security guard in Bellevue Men's Shelter. Before I got there, I was working in Ward's Island. I had to be removed from Ward's Island because I knocked some dude out. He hit me first. These are all facts. This is facts. Like, homeboy that be in here used to work with me. Right? There's people in here that used to work with me, fam. So this is all of this is quantifiable. It's not even that hard. So I love that job. I would have stayed there forever. It didn't pay the best, but I was happy. I love that job. Granted, I could do whatever I want, whenever I wanted. I was a supervisor, but I really wasn't a supervisor. Then a whole bunch of, that would be, first of all, that would be one of the dopest fucking television series you will ever see. My History with FJC. That'd be one of the dopest fucking television series you will ever see. I promise you. If anybody work with me at FJC, they will tell you the same fucking thing. I promise you. In any regard. So I get it. Sometimes when I'm trying to help, sometimes it sounds like I'm trying to harm. I have to use kinder words. Because when I hear somebody talk about how all of us are supposed to have jobs rather than careers, I say, well, then you don't think there should be black politicians? You don't think there should be black doctors? You don't think there should be, like, I don't get it. Because those aren't jobs, those are careers. You don't think there should be black newsmen? You don't think there should be black producers, black actors, black musicians? These are all careers. So what are you teaching your kids at home? But that's what the Democrats count on. The Democrats count on them saying we can get you a higher hourly wage, and not understanding it's more important that the product costs less. It's more important that that Big Mac costs $2 than it is that the fucking worker makes $20 an hour. It's more important that fucking cars, the value of a car, the cost of a brand new car goes down 20%. That's big. Damn, that's a chunk. 5%. The financing of cars get cheaper. The APR on your loan is cheaper, is less. These things are all more important. When Trump was in office, people's freaking 401ks went bananas because businesses had more room and motion to be able to create motion. They were able to put more assets in the places that allow for them to do more business. Remember, the act of business creates commerce. You know, that's what we want more. We want more commerce. We want more actual actionable business actions. When things are more expensive, there are less of those. Anyway, this guy is obviously not. He doesn't even know. He can't be the president. He doesn't even know what the hell is going on with him. But y'all gonna vote him back into office if y'all get the opportunity, and that's the problem. Let's talk a little bit about this mayor in New York City, if y'all don't mind. The Democrats do two things to stay in power. The first thing is they found a marginalized group whenever there's going to be an election in order for them to say, we're here to help you guys. And then they tell all the other marginalized groups that, how do you expect us to help you if you don't help these guys? So the way that the Democrats get elected is they play on your pity. They play on your mercy. They play on your good heart. Oh, you think I'm lying? I want you to look at Joe Biden again. I promise you, when you look at him, whether you realize it or not, it's a little bit of pity there because he old as shit. And you just want to be understanding of what he's saying. Like we all deal with elderly people. We want to understand what they're saying. We want to be there for them. We're pretty good people. We're not bad people. how many we've been taught, some of us at least, that when elderly people speak, you don't. You listen, you pay attention. We've been programmed for this moment. Do you remember? And I'm about to say, and I told you so. Just so we could be clear. I told you about something. And just more credence to it was given. So I want to say something. Do y'all remember when Eric Adams, they all of a sudden started saying that he was doing some kind of thing with a woman, and there's some kind of claim came out against his name or some shit. And it was all of this shit dropped the day that he was supposed to go down to Washington, D.C. to talk to Joe Biden. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember what I said? I said 9 times out of 10, Joe Biden didn't do this to them. It's the people around Joe Biden, because they know that there's something wrong with Joe Biden. And if you go talk to Joe Biden will agree to anything. Do y'all remember when I said that? Not sure what the video is, but it's 100% still up. Do y'all remember when I said that? So now this is what the government just said. This is what, just so we could be clear, the Department of Justice interviewed Biden. And what they said was he did not remember when he was vice president, forgetting on the first day of the interview when his term ended, if it was, he's asking if it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president? And it goes on, and forgetting on the second day of the interview when his term began. And then he's asking, in 2009, am I still vice president? So this, I posted it, and guess what? You don't see no fact checkers. Just so we can be clear, for anybody that's like, yo, he's just posted. This is Instagram talking something about Joe Biden that is not saying anything positive and did not get hit with the fact checkers. You know how quick they hit you with fact checkers on Biden? If anybody's ever posted anything even slightly disparaging about the guy. So I say all that to say this. Our mayor caught himself into a bind. He made a deal with somebody, but he really didn't make a deal with that person. He didn't make a deal. He thought he made a deal. He just agreed to allow for a thing to happen, but they never intended on giving him anything on the back end. Now, just so we could be clear, if he probably tries to stop the migrants from coming here, you know what's going to probably happen? Remember that thing that that fake shit that they tried to say? I don't even know if it's fake, but whatever the claim that they have against them, they're going to make that shit pop back up. Let's stop everything for a moment. Did you hear about that football player? He just got released. He was in prison for like 6 years or some shit like that because some chick lied and said he raped her. He was like one of the biggest prospects to ever come out of college. Did y'all hear about that guy? Hold on. Let me give you his name. We're going to go look at him right now. Hold on. I'm about to pull the screen up for him. Hold on. We ain't going nowhere on this one. The fuck is this guy? Part of my language. I'm pretty sure I saved this somewhere. I hope I saved it somewhere. Not sure what that is. This might be it right here. Hold on. Yeah, football player. What's this dude's name? All right. Get this shit off the screen, fam. I never used this part of the app before, so I don't know why it's... Okay, there we go. Oh, it was the high school dude. There was a college dude that got effed up too.
The end of Brian Banks' ordeal was marked by tears after a judge threw out the rape charge that had sent him to prison for more than 5 years.
My only dream in the world was to just be free and to have the same opportunity as everybody here.
He was a 16-year-old star linebacker with a full-ride scholarship to USC and had dreamed to play in the NFL. When in 2002, a classmate accused Banks of raping him in the stairwell of their Long Beach high school. Although Banks insisted it was consensual and there was no sex, he told KCBS TV that his defense attorney at the time gave him a choice: plead no contest to rape or risk a trial that could send him to prison for life.
Nigga just went to jail for 6 years because of some evil ass girl. Some evil ass girl to fuck that nigga life up for 6 years. I could just imagine what's gonna happen to her after this is all said and done. She gonna have to pay for that. Some evil ass girl fucked this man life up for 6 years. Why? I got a question. Why are we hearing more now that most of these things that are alleged situations, especially the ones that have to deal with little kids or young girls, why are we hearing so much more that a lot of this shit is lies? But a lot of the situations where it's women doing something to young boys is now like the main thing out here that we're finding to be true. Could somebody explain this shit to me? It seems like almost every school nowadays have a female teacher that's banging a student. Tell me where the lies at. Just tell me where the lies at, fam. Where we at? I want to get into the 56 million regarding this dude real quick. So, all right. This is I need to know why any black person would vote Democrat. I need a intelligent answer. I don't want to hear Republicans are racist. I don't want to hear that. I want an intelligent answer that isn't based in emotion. I would like to know. I'm curious. Why would any black person vote for a Democrat? Curious. You say all Republicans are racist, right? But if I remember correctly, the Republicans want less laws. So the American people have more privileges and the government can't interfere in your life as much. So one of our biggest fears is Big Brother spying on us, which the Democrats are obviously Big Brother more than the Republicans, who are probably also Big Brother. But you know how that goes. Two sides of the same coin. We ain't gonna act like they ain't in on the bullshit. The difference is, who do we see using the judicial system against their enemies? Just asking. That's crazy what happened with Wendy Williams. Oh, this guy beat up a dude. He thought he was a migrant. So this dude, they was doing an interview or some shit. I think this is it.
Yeah.
And he allegedly beat up a random dude that he was calling a migrant.
It is out of control. Out of control.
Aw.
Adams often complains he's getting no support from the federal government to help him with the surge of Joe Biden's unvetted illegals in New York.
Fox News just
I say that was just a regular citizen. The dude was not a migrant. They just ended up beating him up and called him a migrant. I say lock them niggas up. I'm not talking about giving them 80 years and no shit like that, but they deserve to get arrested just like those migrants that attacked the fucking police deserve to get arrested. As far as I can tell, we're not supposed to just look at a citizen and then just decide we're going to do evil to them. As far as I can tell, that's not inside of what our laws are dictating. That's wrong, correct? We can't just look at a person to decide we don't like that person, so we're going to destroy that person's life, beat that person up, harm that person, injure that person. First of all, that's all Satan's energy, just so we can be clear.
was just aired again.
I just got a thought. So, I just got a thought. Bear with me. So, the head of Jesus is God. The head of man is Jesus. The head of woman is man. The head of child is woman, right? So basically, if a woman doesn't have a man of God in her life, the children has no connection to God. You do understand this, right? She doesn't either. But the children have no connection to God. You do understand this, right? I'll say it again. The head of Christ is God. The head of man is Christ. The head of woman is man. The head of child is woman. So that means that if a woman doesn't have a man in their life, the children have no connection to God. Also, that man needs to have a connection to God. This is also important. I'm saying a lot right there, but I'm not trying to attack nobody, so I'm not saying everything. But I'm saying a lot. Sorry, I'm watching the thing. It just looks like something bad is going to happen. I'm happy nothing bad happened. Oh, shit. I just watched a nigga cut a tree down from the top of the tree, though. He was like in the middle of the top of the tree. Anyway. He was working with a chainsaw. That's why I want to show it. I had a bad chainsaw incident. I put a chainsaw through my leg by accident. In any regard, 50 Cent gets on our mayor. I think I primed the subject way more than I needed to. So 50 Cent gets on the mayor because the mayor now has a new plan where they're giving away $53 million to migrants in a city where they're also saying that they're tight on the budget. Also, just so we can be clear, the government hasn't sent any money that we know of to New York City in order to pay for said migrants. the way that the mayor is saying it, that the New York City taxpayers are footing the bill, making it seem like, yeah, this is something that we should want to do because we're New Yorkers. No, nigga. You know what we want to do? We want to improve the schools. You know what else we want to do? There's a whole lot of construction going on around New York that it's just not going nowhere. Could y'all pay these people to get some of this shit done and they could work on new projects? What the hell do we know? Let's see what else we care about. We don't want to get a fucking toll fee for riding down into Lower Manhattan in Midtown. Nobody wants that. So can we do something about that? Hold on, let's see. Well, the MTA, we love y'all guys, really do. But could we get a couple of more workers down there for like, cleaning up the place and stuff like that in some of these areas, and probably a little bit more police? You know, that might mean a little bit more of a hiring. So you're hiring more people, right? These are things that we could use New York City. What else could we use? We could use some pantries, right? We could use some pantries, right? We use some food pantries. And just so we can be clear, there are food pantries everywhere. Don't get it confused. But we can use a food pantry where people could just go in and eat, and it has nothing at all to do with how much money you do have or don't. Where there's activities there for the children. Where there's activities there for the youth. And you can just go there and eat and hang out, and there's activities there that's based on growing our culture and imparting our children with more knowledge. Can we do that? These are all things that I would prefer for them to use that money for before the migrants. You said it's our taxpayer money, right? I haven't even gotten to these streets that need to be fixed. And this is just, that's not even true. I want to put money in the schools. This is something that I think they need to do. And this is just so we can be clear. I don't understand why all elementary and junior high schools specifically aren't open. I'm not saying that the kids can't leave, because, some could go home, but some don't have nowhere to go. Aren't open to at least 6 o'clock in the evening. Every junior high school and elementary school should be open to at least 6 o'clock in the evening. Period. Teachers shouldn't be mandated to have to stay, but if you want some overtime, there should be you could get overtime. If not, you could also hire local people in the community that are invested in different activities or whatever the case. There's things that we can do. Can we use the money for something like that? Because y'all had the money. You're spending it now. So you've already had the money. You could have spent it before. You just chose not to. So you're telling me all of this time, we had a ton of millions sitting around that y'all could have used to integrate to improve the lives of the people in New York City? What y'all been doing with this money all of these years? You're spending it on what? The goal isn't to be rich. The goal is to be happy. They've tricked us into thinking the goal is to be rich. The goal is not to be rich. The goal is to be happy. That's what the goal is. To be happy. I was coming home yesterday. I'm in a great mood. I'm always in a good mood when I'm around good people. So I'm coming home yesterday, and all I could think about is I'm about to get off this fucking train, and I'm gonna have to deal with widows. And it's soon. I don't even get a block. I'm damn near still in the station when the dude could. So also, I think they got the police following me. I think, but I like that though. Please, always have the police following me. If the police was following me, I wouldn't have to worry about widows like that, right? So I don't really care. I'm never committing no crimes, and I'm never doing anything. So I don't care if the police is following me. It shit don't matter to me. I see it as security. Never doing nothing. I have no plans on doing nothing. There is nothing that I plan on doing. Zero things I plan on doing. Funny story. Imagine if I wasn't like an extremely clean cut guy that don't do anything. You know what they would have did to my life if I wasn't. I'm not nowhere near perfect, but if I was like really doing weirdo shit, you know what would have happened to my life? Sheesh. That's funny for numerous different reasons. Woman rejects nuclear physicist. Oh shit. The shit moved. I ain't fucking. I hate when they do that. Burger King will pay you $1 million for the next great Whopper idea. I have a greater idea for a Whopper. I mean, I don't have one right now, but I will come up with one for $1 million fucking bucks. I do have a great idea for a sandwich though, a hamburger. I mean, not necessarily a Whopper. The fuck is this? 2 more women accuse your man of bullshit. 2 more. See? That's what happened. That's what happened. That's why I refuse to even. I refuse. I refuse. If there's any kind of, if you even make it look like you're not, because this is what happens. This is what I believe happens. I could be wrong, but this is what I believe happens sometimes. A woman don't want to be with you no more. And it's easier for her to make you the problem than it is to just walk away. A woman, in my belief, the way that I look at it, she got to like you more than you like her. If she don't want you more than you want her, she gonna consider you a simp or some shit, fam. Just as it is what it is. She gotta want you more than you want her, fam. Now think about that and how our current dating world is, and realize why it's the way that it is. We have this concept of men want a boss bitch. I promise you, there's very few men out here that want a boss bitch, and there is no alpha that wants a boss bitch. Niggas want a partner. Why would you even want a man that will want a woman that's over him? I need that explained. Why would a woman want a man that is putting her like she's more powerful than him? I don't get it. Funny story. Saw Griselda on Netflix. Dope as shit. I advise everybody to watch it. Shout out to Griselda. I saw that on Netflix. Really, really dope. I'm not gonna spoil you anything. Really, really dope. Really enjoyed it. It's a good movie. It was a good series. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Go check it out. You'll like it, I promise. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what your tastes are. You might like it. I just realized it's just turning into 9:15 now. So shit, we've been live for how long? What up, Team Moto? How's everything going? All right, that's what it is. Salute. I told you to later today, my brother. It is what it is. I figured, you know, when you got yourself, when you got whatever that was together, it's what it is. But Griselda, definitely a really good program. I liked it. Griselda Blanco, they called her the godmother. Like, that shit's gonna go to your head, fam. Like, I can't even be mad at her. I get on the train the other day to go to the courthouse, and it was like cops on the whole train ride. They was like checking the cars. This shit was crazy, fam. I don't know if I think the MTA, because I don't know this to be a fact, but I think the MTA people let, like, because I always stand where the conductor in the middle of the car. But there's a couple of reasons. When I was a kid, I always stood in the middle because I don't never know. I was going places I didn't know where it was at. So I didn't know if the stairs are always on this side or the stairs are always on that side. I never knew. You know, I'm a kid. I don't know where I'm going half of the time. I traveled a lot by myself. So I always got in the middle of the car. So I never had to walk at least from all the way from the end of the car over to the beginning of the car or vice versa. We're not doing that shit. So it's just something that I do now. I remember when I first started dating Kendra, she used to always want to be in the back of the train. I just was like, why? Like the middle of the car. Like, that's where you be at. So Maria too, back of the train. I used to hate that shit. Both of them like back of the train. It was pretty similar. What up, Fox? Salute. We could get into I haven't did any of the court case yet this morning. We could get into that in 2 seconds. So what I think is happening is I think the MTA let these people know that people are having a problem with me every day. Like, I'm really not doing nothing. Like, I'm really not doing nothing. But I think that they also, so I don't care. Fuck it. Police is around. I don't got to worry about some fucking asshole coming up to me dual wielding with a damn knife and a stick. Nigga was dual wielding against me, fam. That shit was crazy. Let's get back to it. She also sued the school for $1 million and spent all the money off. You talking about who you talking about, Tada? Just so we can be clear. You talking about the girl that allegedly something happened to her and nothing happened to her? Hopefully she got to pay that money back. People who win $1 million, get $1 million, and the first thing they do is think about things to buy. I would get $1 million, and the first thing I'd be thinking about is how I could invest it. We got to figure out how we're going to invest this shit. First thing I know, I have a whole bunch of money. I'm going to go find some really good editors because I don't really care to do the shit. Because I don't really care to do the shit. Go put my team together. Anyway, last night, I'm gonna get to the cross-examine. So real quick, for everybody to know where we're at when we're discussing this trial, I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of the what happened yesterday when it was the defense team, Washington's defense team was speaking with one of the witnesses, was interviewing or questioning one of the witnesses. A lot happened yesterday. Shout out to Judge LaShawn. Darcy Hall. Hope I'm saying her first name right. I don't even know if she goes by the first part. Shout out to Darcy Hall. It says it on the plaque. Shout out to the judge. She was doing an amazing job yesterday. She was telling them rat bastards off too. They was playing with her. She was like, she a black woman. She was like, y'all ain't playing with me, fam. We is not doing this today. You could just see her headache growing. They was playing with her, fam. Okay, so the person who's on the witness stand, just so we could be clear, I'm going to tell you what they already said to the prosecution real quick so you can get caught up. So basically, when the prosecution brought the person up, this is a girlfriend of Washington Synod. Basically, she said that he told her he did it. Not only did he tell her he did it, but also some of the people that he rolled with pulled up on her and told her that she better not talk to the police at a different funeral for another nigga, just so we could be clear. So now, a whole bunch of shit happened. Court got closed. The judge went off on these niggas. The defense asked for a mistrial. Shit was going bonkers. So now they got all the shit together. The questions came back out. They cleared the courtroom, fam. The judge said, yo, clear the courtroom. Jury got to go out there. And then she undressed these niggas in front of the whole fucking everybody. She didn't pull them to no sidebar, nothing. She do a lot of sidebars, but I mean, I get also you can't keep sitting. I don't know how far the jury room is from the actual courtroom. So I don't know how far the jury would have to go in order to be able to get back to the jury room and then get back to the courtroom. So it might just not be, economical as far as time-wise to consistently keep sending the jury in and out of the room. That's one. Two, we've been on a pretty cool, the day's been ending pretty much at the same time every day. Now that helps everyone, including the jurors. So she sticks to her schedule. That's dope. When we was in Judge Klott's courtroom, Judge Klott used to run the courtroom sometimes till damn near 7 o'clock, I think. He worked differently. Also, he state this is federal, just so we could be clear. Also, Judge Klott's courtroom is so much smaller. It's like this courtroom is like 4 judge, maybe 6 a judge. It's smaller. So he has a smaller area. So it's just probably a lot less economical for him to be running the jurors in and out the room. The reason why I'm making such a big deal about this is because there are a lot of sidebars that we don't get to hear the argument. And this is one of the arguments that we got to hear, and it was dope. I'll go over it again at another time. We went over it last night. You can look at the live from last night, and you'll be able to hear that part of the video. With that being said, y'all basically caught up to date right now. The judge is pissed off at everybody. They playing with the time. The girl said before she went out, homeboy Washington told her that he did it. He said he did it, just so we can be clear. She also told the chain of events for that particular day. I'd say the chain of events real quick, and then we'll go to her Kelman with the cross-examine. So basically, she said her and Washington, right, went from their hotel at some point. And then they went to JMJ studio at some point. She's not sure about the times. When they went to the studio, that was the first time she met Jam Master Jay. She had not met him any other day. It's the first time ever. First time she's ever been in that studio. She goes into the studio. They're up there for a very short amount of time. During that amount of time, a couple of things happen. The first thing is they walk in and they notice that Jam Master Jay has a gun on him. Right? Washington, Tenard, asks him why he got a gun on him for. Like, what do you need that for? And then he says, your problem is my problem. Something along to those lines. Right? Then he starts saying, yo, what about that tour? When we going on tour? Jam Master Jay immediately changes the subject and says, yo, why don't y'all go out and get some food, refreshment, shit like that. Go get some liquor, some food, some rolling material, shit like that. Send them to the store. When they go out to the store, she goes one way to go get the snacks. He goes the other way to go get the alcohol. When they meet back up, Washington is on the phone. Tenard is on the phone. Now, he's very demonstrative with his arms, and then he tells her that he gotta go, that she gotta go. She still has her stuff up in the studio, so he walks her up to the studio to get her stuff. When she comes up to the studio this time, the people who are in the studio, the first time it was just Jam Master Jay and Tony Racon. This time it's Lydia, Tony Racon, and Jam Master Jay all in that area. She gets her stuff, she walks out, she leaves. He takes her to the cab spot stand. When she gets in the cab and she goes home to the hotel that they're staying at, where they call her home, when she does that, she's there for some time. And then later on that day, he calls her one time in the day, and he calls her specifically to say that Jam Master Jay is dead. He says some other things also, but that was what she testified to. So Kelvin gets up there. And this is when basically she's saying in 2003, I think May of somewhere around that time, another kid, some kid had passed away, and they had his funeral, and she was at his funeral when they walked up on her, allegedly Big D and allegedly Little D. Little D is on trial. He's one of the people that's on trial. Allegedly walked up to her and threatened her with some other people from the Hollis crew that she better not snitch, basically tell, or talk to the police. Anyway, so Kelvin gets ready to ask the questions. She says she only went to JMJ Studios that one time. Says it was shortly after she met Tenard. So right after she met him, they ended up, like, not right after, obviously, but she had known him for a short amount of time. That's when that happened. She says she got to the studio. It was getting dark. It was late October, so it gets dark early. Late October is probably getting dark, like around like 4:30. Goes on to say she was interviewed by the police at the 103rd and different agencies. So she's been interviewed by quite a couple people. Then they bring out some evidence, but it's not evidence from this trial apparently or something like that. It's it's the paperwork that was put together in order to be able to get them to be able to use the trial. So it's the 3500 DM1. It's a signed document statement to the police that she had. And she said, could I show you this to refresh your memory, basically, because she's saying that she doesn't remember things. She looks at the paper. She says she was asked specifically about the student visit, about the studio visit, how she got there, the train, mall. She went to the mall on 165th Street, and that's how they got the food. I got notes, and I'm also reading, by the way, like all my notes. She says, I'm just looking to make sure I don't have to tell y'all it, just so that when you see me pause it some of the times. So she says the document is inaccurate. She says her and Tenard did go to the studio, but it was not very long. She says she never ate food and refreshments in JMJ Studios. So the lawyer was trying to get her to basically say that she spent some time in the studio or whatever. She was like, I never spent no time in the studio. I just went up there. It was real lickety split. She told the police she was there in the afternoon. So apparently she told the police some time frames that was written down. And she's saying that whole time that, no, those are wrong. So she's going back and forth with the lawyer. And the lawyer's like, yo, but right here, you told the police that you left like at 1:30 and then you got home like at 2:50 or some shit. And she's like, no, those are all wrong. She's like, those times are wrong. Like, but that's what you told the police. She was like, yeah, well, I was confused at the time I was talking to police. So I don't know how the jury is going to take that. I mean, but, honestly speaking, I don't know how the jury is going to take that. But that's basically what she said. Also, so we can be clear, she's testified in a different trial that had to deal with this guy. So is he currently like in jail for different charges? I'm curious. Then they did a sidebar. Because she was trying to force her to say the time. she can't testify for her. So she has to stop saying 1:30. It's asked and answered. You already asked that question. You can't keep asking her the same question a million different ways. It's asked and answered. You get my voice. A lawyer's question is not testimony. It's not fact. Not sure how long she was at the studio. Once again, she's saying it again. Jam Master Jay was surprised when she initially saw Tenard. Said that Jam Master Jay saw Tenard and was like, "Oh shit!" Like initially, he was surprised. Tenard asked him about the gun. He was surprised that Jam Master Jay had a gun. Says then had a discussion. Then they had a discussion, but she couldn't hear it. Then the judge gave the witness a hard copy of the statement that she gave to the police because they had some questions about the statement she gave to the police, and the judge gave her a hard copy of it. The witness looked at the document. The witness says that on the document that said that the documents are off. That's what the witness is saying. Said that she did not recall when she got home. She said he only called one time. Not sure what time he even called, but he only called one time. Tenard says the document does not refresh her memory. Said the only time Tenard called was to say that Jam Master Jay was dead. Said Tenard asked her to meet her in Jam Master Jay's his childhood home, but Tenard wasn't there when she got there. So now there's a discrepancy because allegedly, now there's a discrepancy. Yeah, everything's okay. Great. So just so we can be clear, so there was a discrepancy. Remember, there's a big discrepancy with the time issue. I'm not 100% clear right now. I should have been paying attention in court to that thing. I was paying attention to something else. I just really wasn't. I couldn't figure it out. I was paying attention, but I couldn't figure it out where they was trying to go with it. So there's a discrepancy with the time issue. I think they're just trying to just, say her shit is bad. That's what I think they're just trying to do, just so we can, trying to poke holes in her story by saying that she don't even know when things happen or whatever. So, that's what I think they're trying to do. But there might be a little bit more to that. I just don't know what it is now. If I figure it out, I'll tell you. She insisted that she did not go with Tenard. Then we had lunch. Then there was another 3500 document that was brought out, and it was put into the exhibit. And basically, it says a different set of events that she was testifying to, basically. And also, apparently, Tenard goes by the name Chris Gibbs. Says they was only in the studio for a short amount of time. She's just reiterating it. She did not get a chance to eat the food. So basically, she was trying to get her to say that she sat there and ate the food. And she sat there and ate the food just so you was there for a little bit of time. Like, no, I wasn't there for no time. I didn't sit down and eat. Then they brought out another document. It say 2500, but it got to be the 3500 DM11. It says in a 2005 testimony, says that she was eating grapes and playing video games. So basically, she's already given testimony in previously speaking about this event where she says that she was there eating grapes and playing video games. But then she reiterates she doesn't remember saying that. So basically, they have a lot of documents over there that she doesn't even remember saying, just so we could be clear. I don't know if she said it. She might have just said it and be lying. What the hell do I know? I'm just telling you what's being reported in the courthouse. At that point, John Diaz, this is the first time I've seen this particular lawyer stand up and do any examining of the witnesses. He's with Carl Porter Jr. So this is his defense attorney, Washington's defense attorney, ended, her statements or whatever. She stopped the closes. She's not asking more questions. So, pardon me. So they reiterate a couple of things. She's from the West Indies. She came from there when she was 11 years old. She moved to Hollis. She went to middle school with Carl Jordan Jr. She knew a dude named Little Max. They did not go to school together. Her sisters went to school with Little Max. This was a little point of contention. She was like, "Didn't you go to school with Little Max?" He's like, "No, I didn't go to school with Little Max." "Thought you went to school with him." "No, my sister went to school with Little Max. I went to school with Carl Jordan Jr." That's what she said. Anyway, she knew Little Max like from the neighborhood, only as high and by. Little Max, he didn't have nowhere. He was homeless. He had nowhere to go, and he got killed. And that's literally how she said it. He was homeless. He had nowhere to go, and he got killed. A funeral was attended basically by the whole Hollis crew. Pardon me. At the funeral, she was approached by the whole Hollis crew. She was outside the funeral, not actually inside the funeral. She was in the parking lot. She went on to say, she says she's not sure how close the JMJ and Little Max. She's not sure how close the funerals was to one another. She says she does not know the particular circumstances regarding Little Max's murder. She has no idea. She says she's not sure when it happened. Just knows that she was outside and she was approached. She says that Little D was there. One of the people she was saying approached her. Now, just so we can be clear, Little D's defense team plans on into at least this is what they alluded in court, that they allegedly have proof that Little D was possibly in jail when this happened. So they're trying to nail down the date that this actual funeral happened, because they believed he was in jail, so he couldn't have been there to threaten her. And if they can prove that he wasn't there to threaten her, then now you could probably prove that she's lying about the whole threat in any regard. So she said that Little D Noyd was one of the people that had approached her. She says she doesn't know what time of the year it was. She was worrying, but she remembers the encounter. The address of the funeral home, I'm not going to tell you the address. It's Hillside, though. People from around there know where it is. She was outside of the parking lot of a funeral home. That's when it happened. She don't remember if she was with anyone or if she was alone. Only thing she remembers is the funeral. She was alone when they walked up. I'm probably sure she wasn't alone by the time they got there. She was alone. If this happened, obviously, it might not have happened. Who knows? Tanard went outside to talk to Little D. He wasn't sure for how long anyone else was there. Wait, hold on. So I believe she said that they showed up to the hotel at one point, and he just ended questioning. That was it. He just ended questioning. So that's basically what the defense put up yesterday in order to combat some of the allegations that the prosecution had against the two witnesses. The two accused. So the wild thing to me is this, and I just want to be clear about this. I wonder how it has to feel if they did do this. I don't know if they did or not. I'm not saying that they did. But if they did do this, and their whole reason for doing this was because they thought that this nigga wasn't looking out for them, that he was just, pocketing all the money. He wasn't sharing, when in reality, he was in debt. And there wasn't no money to share. And the money that he was getting, that he was giving you, and he was willingly sharing with people, was all debt that he was acquiring. Well, now that shit gotta feel. I know how it feels to be the person that is in the debt and you spilling out money, and then people are talking about you cheap, but the whole entire time you investing all of your money into your business so you can help everybody else reach their dreams along with you. I know how that feels. I don't know why I can't never find the salute. Like, everybody can find the damn salute emoji. Is it just not on Androids? Maybe if I write salute, I can get the emoji. No, I can't get the emoji. I just fucking put it up there. Anyway. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? If y'all guys want to come up in chat, I'll drop a... I'm going to send y'all to a commercial break real quick. Be right back.
If it's all real, make it clear. No, don't be crying at my funeral, nigga. After hating on me all year. No fake love accepted, Brody. No, not over here. No. No fake love, no fake love. No. No fake love, no fake love.
God. Told you I got him. Man, it's love. It's all love. Yeah. You got that for me? It's love. Appreciate you.
There we go. All right, we back. No fake love. We back. All right, is there anything else you guys want to discuss? I mean, it's still early. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. We started the show early as shit today. Shit, we started before 8:40. What time is it now? 1:40. All right, we've been in here an hour and change. And is there anything else y'all guys want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We could discuss whatever y'all want to talk about. I think we talked about everything up for conversation at the moment. I thought it was weird. Castanet is going at Joe Budden. I don't know. I see how interesting that Joe Budden does and says a lot of things worth people going at him. I don't know what Castanet is going at him about currently. But Joe Budden does say a lot of this in there, everything that don't. He say a lot of shit I don't agree with. Say a lot of shit I don't agree with. I'm like, sheesh, Joe. You can't be serious, fam. You can't be none of the serious. Like, can't be none of the serious, fam. This could not be the time you want, Joe. This could not be the time. Wasn't that? Definitely appreciating going somewhere. Just really enjoying my time working. I love working in the courthouses, but it's more than just I enjoy watching court, even though it's just sitting there. That's another thing. So I get accused of being all of these like weirdo shits. Most of y'all can't even sit in the courtroom one day. Y'all don't even have the temperament, the patience, none of those things. To sit in the courtroom one day. I'm sitting in the courtroom. I'm in there 4 days out the week. I love it. I think I told a joke the other day way too loud. I think I disrupted the courtroom by accident. Shit. I gotta remember to be quiet when I'm standing at the door. Just be being Jack, man. Enjoying myself today, though. Anything else I want to talk about? Put it into the chat. I don't really want to go at this moment, but to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have nothing else for you. I don't have nothing else for you. I started the show on purpose early. I want to get it out of the way. There's a couple of things that I want to do, and there's a couple of things that I need to do that involves BBN work and also personal business that I have not been able to get to because when we're doing the court thing, my time is different. So, is there anything else y'all guys want to discuss? We will stay here. We will have the conversation. If not, I'm going to give it a couple of more minutes, and we're going to probably round this out at about 10 o'clock today. Definitely appreciate everybody that showed up this morning. I finally figured out how to get being able to pin my fucking merch to the live video. I was trying to figure that out for the longest. Finally figured that shit out. That's a win. Let me look at something real quick. That's a win. All of them. Commercial. Because I want to see how this looks. Oh shit! So it's just like sitting there the whole time. That's dope. That's kind of dope. It's just sitting there the whole time. That's a woman's hat, by the way. That's a woman's hat, by the way. I just want to let everybody know that. I mean, I shouldn't have said nothing because this is gonna be like there's a woman's hat, by the way. I just wanted to just throw that out there. I just want to change a couple of these things so I can see how it looks, like in real time. Oh shit. Okay. So this shit look in real time. Yeah, that shit looking in real time. All right, we got the damn thing fixed. Or figured out. I guess that's the better way to put it. All right. I had no idea how to use that previously. I used to keep seeing the thing like, yeah, rat bastard. Revenge. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I have some other stuff that I got to do also. Like I told y'all, I don't actually make my money on this shit. So I got a couple of things that I got to do. I don't know how I feel about doing another live later. I got a couple of other things that we do have to get to though. With that being said, look, I love y'all. Everybody have a blessed day. Go out there, do something for God. Do something good and then stamp God's name on it. You're doing something for God. Do something good in this world and stamp God's name on it. And I just want to be clear what I mean by good. Good isn't finding somebody that you think is wrong at something and then trying to get revenge. That is not good. That would be the opposite. Just so we could be clear. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. Everybody, salute. Enjoy your morning. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification. I forgot to do my outro. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. I'm out.